I just spent the morning doing a bunch of like emails and admin tasks for the newspaper, and then I watched my lectures for my art history course and I took notes while I was doing that. I had planned on writing my reflection for that today as well, but I don't know what it is. It's one of those days where I woke up and it felt like my head is just like full of cotton balls, and like I can do things, obviously, like I'm answering emails and whatnot, but I feel like I'm missing things. I feel like my head's just not as clear as it could be, and so I'm probably going to put that off till tomorrow. We'll see. I also have to go to the university for a workshop for the newspaper in a couple of hours, so I don't want to be like too out of it by the time I get there. So I've got everything else done that I wanted to today. I might just push that to tomorrow. I think part of the problem is that I just had like production week last week. It ended on Wednesday, but then I had a migraine, and then I just had like a bunch of social things like back to back, and started sanding the stairs. So like I've been doing things nonstop for about like 10 days, so I'm feeling like a little out of it. I think that's probably what it is. And this week is no different. I'm just reminding myself that it is March now, and in about a month, maybe a bit less than a month, things will start to wind down and I will not be as like busy as I am. If you've been watching my videos for any length of time, you know that this is a theme that we keep coming back to. Catherine signs up for too many things, gets frazzled, gets tired, and then stops doing all of them. Not that I stopped doing all of them, there's always an end date to my busyness, it's just that I keep doing this and I'm trying not to do it, and I am getting better and I am less busy than I was before, but still. Anyway, I just wanted to tell you what I was doing this morning. I think I'm going to take some time to just like bop around the house a little bit before the workshop happens, because I think forcing myself to do the reflection will probably end up in just a really crappy job being done, and I don't really want to do that. Why did I feel like that orange wasn't there before? Okay, well, anyway, I just got done at the workshop. I didn't have to present. I'm managing editor, so I don't have like a section that I need to present on. But it was so nice to see how well everyone knows their sections. And I'm only saying that because like 4 of the 6 editors were hired on like while I was managing editor. And the thing about working at this newspaper is you kind of just get thrown into it, whether you're ready for it or not. And it is like a steep learning curve, but it's so cool to see like how much they've all grown and how good they are at what they're doing. Yeah, I'm just really proud. Anyway, I just wanted to pop on and say that I'm going to go home now and I'm going to read and I'm going to write and I'm going to knit all evening. So I will probably see you like tomorrow next. I have once again gone thrifting, but this time I got more clothing than items, and I wanted to try them on and show you what I got. But before I try everything on, I am gonna say, like, I am mostly using these to replace things either that I have gotten rid of or I am getting rid of. And I know, like, you don't need to replace the clothing that you buy, but a lot of it is stuff, like, I went thrifting before and I would find something and it was like almost what I wanted but not quite, but I got it in the meantime to just like stand in. And so everything that I have here is like a much better version of what I was looking for in the past. Except yesterday I went to put on my like favorite pair of dark wash jeans. They have these little embroidered flowers around the hip, and I put them on and I was like, oh, that feels weird. It was because they had completely split like down the back. Not completely, that's an exaggeration, but they split down the back at the butt. And so I'm just like, okay, that's gonna be like a pain in the ass, no pun intended, to fix. And I don't have a ton of dark wash jeans. So I did find two that were like not dark wash, medium wash. I did find these two pairs along with a couple other things. And so I will try them on and we will see together whether they fit. I hope they do. Okay, I don't know how far I can back up to show you the jeans. Yeah, okay. It's really hard to see from here and I kind of have to yell, but these are the same brand. I'm gonna get closer actually, hold on. These jeans are the same brand as the ones that I ripped yesterday, or that were ripped when I put them on, and they fit, dare I say, perfectly, which is so exciting. So I'm really happy about that. And then this tank top, it is my favorite tank top in the world. I have it in black and olive green. I would do anything to have it in like every single color there is. And I have a tank top that's this color in my closet right now, but it doesn't fit properly. It just like doesn't look great. I have to wear a bra with it and I can never find a bra that's like the right color underneath, and it's too much of a pain to actually like wear it. So I'm like absolutely thrilled that I found this one. Like, I'm so excited. And I guess while we're here, we can try on this flannel as well. I have one that is like a, I don't know, would we call this olive green? I don't know. I have one that is this color, but it's kind of small and it also doesn't have the orange in it. And when I'm wearing a flannel like this, I want it to be nice and big and loose. And the one that I have is like kind of tight, like close to my body. It's not super comfortable. So I'm gonna switch this one out for that one. So, oh, I'm so glad this fits. Oh, that's so exciting. Okay, I'm gonna try on that last pair of jeans now. Oh my gosh, another perfect fit. I'm gonna have to try these on and like look in a mirror at some point because the viewfinder is very far away right now and I can't quite tell. But I think they fit perfectly. And this one is really exciting because like the other ones are like the perfect color, but I love jeans that are wide leg. Like, I'm so here for that. And these ones are like the perfect color, wide leg. They are a bit worse for wear on the bottom. Like, somebody was definitely dragging these as they were walking, but I don't really care. And this is actually really exciting because I have a pair of wide leg jeans in this color, but they fit perfectly except for the fact that they're really tight on my hips and then they're loose from like here up. And I don't know who designed them. They're not designed well. They definitely don't fit me well. And so I think these will be a swap for those ones. So yeah, that's really exciting. Everything that I got today is going to be replacing something else. So I won't be taking up more room in my closet, which is something I'm trying to be really mindful of because I have a lot of clothing. But I love fashion and I love wearing different outfits and I love having options. So I'm not going to be a minimalist with clothing like ever in my life. The final thing I got, not clothing, it was a book, which I also don't really have room for, but that doesn't really matter. I got Breakfast at Tiffany's because I don't remember reading it, but I know I have read it. It was one of the first books I ever thrifted when I was maybe like 14 or 15, and I read it at that time, but I have no memory of it whatsoever, and so I've had my eye out for it like every time I go to a thrift store. Finally found a copy. The cover is whatever. It's like not the best, but that's fine. But I have a lot of books on the go right now, but I am really looking forward to reading this one, you know, when I get to it. Gosh, it's bright. I might have to move at some point. But I've been seeing strawberry matchas everywhere in cafes, and I really wanted to make one, but I didn't have any strawberries. So I just pulled out some blueberry jam that I had in the fridge and did the same thing. So far, very good. I never actually had a strawberry matcha before, so I don't know like how it compares, but I'm liking it so far. Actually, yeah, it's too bright here. I'm gonna have to move. Okay, yeah, this is better. The one problem with this is that the blueberry chunks from the jam, because I never really like squish my jam up very much, they are getting stuck in the straw. So that is a problem I will deal with, but that's okay. So yesterday you saw me go to a park near my house, and I was like walking around, listening to birds, and then I sat down to do some writing practice, which I have gotten from Natalie Goldberg's Writing Down the Bones, and just from like listening to her podcasts. And I was thinking how much I've changed in the past year, just because like a year ago at this time, it would have been really hard for me to go out in public and film myself. Like even just like walking or like sitting at a table, it was really hard for me to like film in public. And I think like it's a dual problem for me of being perceived by other people, but then also like shame. But it doesn't make any sense. I don't know where the shame came from. It's just like, oh, you're being weird out in public, but it's like, what's weird about filming yourself in public? I mean, like, at this point in time, how many people are filming themselves out of their house? And I remember when I was a teenager especially, I had all this shame around like people knowing me and understanding me, or even just like seeing me do anything that they could possibly comment on. Like I hated it when people commented on what I was doing. Like even if I was just like reading a book, or if I was writing something and they commented on it, I'd be like, I'm gone. Like I'm leaving this establishment. I don't want to talk to you. And I really don't know where that comes from, but I do know that I've gotten a lot better with it over the past year especially, but just like every year since I was a teenager, it's gotten better and better. And I really wish I could pinpoint where it comes from. I guess it doesn't really matter where it comes from. I guess what really matters is that I am getting over it. But yeah, I was just like really proud of myself. Like there was a clip that I am quite certain I will put it in, of me just like walking along a path. And last year, I would have been so nervous that someone would like come up the path and like see me filming myself, and I would just have to like launch myself into the woods and just like never return ever again. But this time, like I could hear people talking and I knew there were people around, and so all I was worried about was having to like redo the shot if somebody like walked past, and that was it. I don't know, it's just really exciting to grow as a human being and be less nervous and anxious and like afraid of being a human, because I think that's what it comes down to, is like being witnessed as being a human has always scared me. And like I said, I am getting better at it every single day. It's just, it's weird to think that of all things is what causes me anxiety. Just like being perceived by other people. I realize the irony of that because I am making YouTube videos, but it's so, I don't know, it's like, I don't see you watching me. That's the thing. I know that you are watching me because the views go up, so that's something, but it's like, I'm not sitting there with you in the room watching you watch me. That would be weird, and I don't want to do that. But like, I am aware people are watching, but also like, it's really removed at the same time. I don't know, I feel like a lot of us have this fear of being perceived and being seen as human. And like, there's the whole thing around cringe, which is like a whole other conversation. Long story short, cringe does not exist, according to me, but we can talk about that another time. Anyway, that's just something I wanted to say. I've been thinking about it since yesterday. Anyway, I am still wearing the clothing I thrifted after trying it on, and I always wash clothing after I thrift it. And here I am just like sitting in it, so I would like to take these off and throw them in my laundry bin and go do something else.